Wendo, and today we have a guest with us, and he will introduce himself to you and what he does, his passion, and yes, everything that he wants to tell us more about. Okay, so James,
Yes,
welcome.
thanks. Hi, my name is James Ouma. I'm a creative writer and a children's TV producer. Right now, I have a website known as Livesong Clubhouse, www.livesongclubhouse.com. It's a it's a website whereby I'm trying to create a passion for reading in children and letting them know that whatever they have inside of them is enough for them to succeed in life. So this idea came about when I was still a little boy. I used to read a lot of books, and these books will open up my world for me. And these books made me believe that I could do anything and everything that I believed in. And as I had mentioned earlier to you, that I'm a children's TV producer. This is not because I was trained. It's something that I really wanted to do, but because I didn't have a chance to go to college to study journalism, I didn't let it stop me. So a few years ago, I applied for the position of a TV producer. And I remember when I was being interviewed, I was being asked what gives me the courage to apply for this kind of a job when I know that I'm not qualified. Well, I just said that what gives me the courage is that I have a life song. And then my boss asked me, kindly explain to me what life song means. I told her that when you wake up in the morning, and then you know there's something that you want to do, you don't look back at yesterday to stop you from pursuing your goals, or rather you look at yesterday to help you make good choices for the day, and that now becomes your life song. You don't remember what you failed to do yesterday. You just say, today I have a new day. It's a new page, and I'm going to write my life story starting right now. And that is how I got the job.
So you mentioned about Lifeson.
Yeah.
So you have an organization which is called Lifeson.
Yes. Yeah.
So what does it basically deal with?
I have an organization known as Lifesong Kenya. It deals with mentoring children who are in juvenile prisons, in rehab, and informal schools. Now, this kind of children, every day they keep on wishing they had this and that in their lives. But I keep on telling them and letting them know that whatever they have could be, maybe you are a good poet, you are a good singer. So you just focus on that. You don't focus on the fact that you still don't have, let's say, a recording deal. You start singing, you start writing songs, and then by the time it reaches the point where you need to record, all those things will fall in place. But don't focus on what you don't have. You focus on what you have, which that now gives you a life song. Yeah.
So I'm seeing there's that correlation between your past, that
Yeah.
is you being a TV producer without the skills,
Yeah.
and also the life song, what you're trying to impact, to put into the lives of other people, so that
Yeah.
they can use whatever that they have,
Mhm.
so that they can have a brighter future, not to look behind if they don't have any experience in it. Okay, I understand. So the activities that you're having, what does uh, you have said, you told us about Lives on Kenya. So what are the things that you normally do in a day-to-day basis?
What normally happens, because we have three programs. One at the juvenile prison. So at the juvenile prison, what happens? We meet the boys, and then we try to find out whether their parents know where they are, and then now we try to help them reconcile with their parents and the people that they've wronged. Because normally in Kenya, it's like a taboo almost. It's like a taboo almost to be in prison. So people who go to prison have face a lot of stigmas, and these boys mostly they go to prison because they've done something, and most of it is because maybe they're trying to get attention from their parents, and most of them also don't have fathers. Yeah, so we try to tell them, by the way, that this is a new beginning for you, even though you are in a prison, but this could be a new beginning for you, a new beginning for your life, and you're still going to go back there, and you're still going to use what you had. The only difference now is you are now going to believe in yourself, and you're going to use whatever you thought you couldn't use out there, and then just to have a better life. Yeah, and then the amazing thing that happens is that most of these boys, they are very brilliant, and they have ideas. They have ideas that they want to express through song, through poetry.
Yeah.
But then again, they didn't have that space because mostly maybe their parents didn't believe in them.
True.
But once they know that, even for someone to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first.
True.
So those are the things that we normally just tell them: believe in yourself and use what you have, as opposed to trying to think about what you don't have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great work. Let me just take you back to Lifesong Kenya Clubhouse. This is basically a reading kind of an activity that engages the children in reading. So kindly tell us more about this, the reading club that you have. Yeah.
Yeah, the reading club. The reading club actually in Kenya mostly people read to pass exams. And then again, normally when you tell someone that our reading club, then they're like, are you going to give children books? And then we tell them, like, they have reading material all over. Like, you can even take a sweet wrapper, then you see the ingredients, what a sweet is made up of. And then we can even use that to let the children know that inside you, God has put everything that you need to prosper, to be a better person in life. And then we ask them, what is...
You have a chat message from Livingston Techos.
We ask them whether they are aware of what's written on the sweet wrappers, what's written on the package.
Yes.
Of a loaf of bread, and then we find out that they don't have any clue, any idea of what's written on a sweet package or on a loaf of bread. So we are like, by the way, reading is not about whether we'll be giving you books, but reading is about, are you aware that you have reading material like all over, but then again, what do you do with it? Yeah, so actually our reading club actually is not just about reading only, it's about letting them know, like I keep on saying, let them know that I'm a very important person, I'm a very awesome person, and I have the ingredients in me that will make me be successful, and I don't have to focus on the background that I've had.
Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes, by the way, we meet children whose parents have even stopped loving them because they look at these children like they're so troublesome. So we tell the children that you have to be a joy to be your parents, so that your parents will even like and enjoy bringing you up. And they will start doing this when you are aware of who you are deep inside you. So that's, and then our reading club is all about imagining a better world for yourself. Like when we read a story, we now take this story, then we just tell them to recreate the story in their own words, without using the sequence that was in the story. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned something about your background.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get to know the reading club and where you came from. How did it affect you? As in, how did it come about when you were young? When you were young, what happened, or what made you to now think of now this reading club? How has it affected now you having the reading club?
When I was a small boy, I remember, by the way, we kept on moving. We kept on moving from one place to the other. And the first place that I started growing in was in Kampala, Uganda. And during that time, there was a civil war that was going on. So we couldn't play outside. We were just indoors. We used to be indoors a lot of times. And then now my dad had books. He had books. This one book that I remember that he had, it's a collection of stories by Shakespeare. And then there was a story, Romeo and Juliet. So so I will read about Romeo and Juliet, and then just start imagining,
Yeah.
imagining a lot of things, and
Yeah.
then I will like, oh, I wish I could write about these things.
Mm.
And then lo and behold, I just started loving books, and listening to the radio,
Mm.
because we didn't have a TV. We didn't have a TV, yeah.
Right.
We didn't have a TV. And then after we had left Uganda, we came to Kenya. So after we came to Kenya, I used to be a stammerer. I used to stammer a lot. But one strange thing is that when I was reading a story to the class, the stammering just stopped. But without a book or reading, then the stammering was so worse. So there was this teacher who discovered that I was a very good reader. So he would take me to other classes, to other senior classes, and then I would read a passage to them, and then they would be so amazed. And then that thing now started growing my self-esteem. But after some time, my dad passed on, and then after my dad had passed on, because my mom didn't follow our traditions, our African traditions, and so now I couldn't make friends with the other boys or the other children in the village. So what I would do was I would just keep on reading Romeo and Juliet, and then I will imagine, and then after a while I started, because I really wanted to have a father figure in my life. So I started imagining a world whereby especially boys, whereby they will be in a situation whereby they will be allowed to grow, they will be allowed to accept themselves the way they are, and then I started now believing and wanting to be a journalist. That's how it came about, because I was like, oh, by the way, if I become a radio, actually I wanted to be a radio presenter, because I was like, if I become a radio presenter, it will be so easy to talk to children and talk to parents and talk to, especially even girls, that the choices that they'll be making in the future will impact on their children.
True.
And that's what made me want to be a journalist. But when I came to Nairobi, I realized that I was running out of excuses and of time, because initially I used to say, if only I would have had a parent who would have taken me to school, if only I would have had money to go to college, then maybe I would have studied journalism. So at that particular time, I found myself that I was running out of excuses. So I decided to just use what I have, which was my passion and my belief that I can do it. And then again, I thought that I had something to share with the children. So that's how I applied for the job, and that is where now the life song started coming from. And so during the, actually after applying for this job, I kept on pestering the television's TV program, because by then now I had her business card, so meaning I would call her directly. So I would call her and then I would tell her, oh, by the way, I'm just at the gate, can I come see you for 5 minutes? And then I would go and then stay for a whole hour, just sharing with her my vision for children. So she gave me the chance to start working. So I was just learning all these things. And then along the way, I now started now meeting children. Then I would tell them about purpose. Then I would tell them about pursuing their goals in life.
True.
Yeah.
So, any closing remarks that you have, so you can share them?
The closing remarks that I have is that life, people normally think that life is short, but I normally believe that life, whether you live for five years, whether you live for 10 years or 60 years, that life is a song. Life has given us everything. So if you are out there and maybe you are complaining about things that are not working in your life, I just would like you to stop, look at life, look at what life has given you, and use whatever you have to excel in life, and have your own life song.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.